We had the pleasure of meeting and working with at Scolton Manor just a couple of weeks ago for your big event with workshops and getting people involved and excited about what they can learn as adults here in Pembrokeshire. Good morning.
Good morning, Bore da pawb.
Bore da.
Bore da.
It's Adult Learners Week. It's been moved because of events with Her Royal Highness the Queen and her funeral. But Laura, explain to us the importance of Adult Learners Week.
Yeah, good morning, Tom. So Adult Learners Week is an opportunity for organisations across Wales to promote the benefit of adult learning and to offer free taster sessions and different workshops, shine a light on success stories that have been happening across the service. So in Pembrokeshire, we made special use of Scolton Manor to do a big celebration of all the accredited learning that Learning Pembrokeshire learners have achieved over the past academic year. So we had learners from Essential Skills, ICT, yourself as a recipient of the Welsh Award. Well done.
Thank you.
Tom. And some Springboard learners as well that had achieved a phenomenal amount of success in the last year. So that event for us was what we had hoped would fall into Adult Learners Week, and we kept with that date. And there were hundreds of people there, and you could see all across Scolton Manor people enjoying learning something new, all hands-on, and people stayed right to the very end. It was a real kind of testament to the benefit of learning and the joy that you get out of learning alongside somebody else, not online necessarily, but face-to-face, and getting that passion from the tutor as to why they do what they do.
Yeah, that passion from the tutors is something which I commented on when I was invited up by Thomas Hopkins, who of course we know here from Said in Either Wythnos every Friday morning with our Welsh phrase of the week. And it really is the selection of tutors that you have through all of those learning disciplines. They're just remarkable advocates for being passionate and enthusiastic about your topic. And if you've got an interest, Learning Pembrokeshire has probably got someone that can facilitate some form of learning.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think in Pembrokeshire, we're really lucky that the county does seem to attract and develop people who have really diverse interests. So you've got people who are excellent at willow weaving or stained glass, or people who've got a real passion for pottery, or who are really fine artists. And then you've got people who've got a love of languages. And we, for a county which isn't highly populated, like Cardiff, we actually have got a really rich offer of learning opportunities for people to engage with.
Yeah, and at all levels. I'll go on, Gina.
No, I was going to say, because it's not just about your languages and about your maths and your English. It's actually getting on with those hands-on subjects, which, lots of people excel in, or maybe when they were in school, they weren't actually able to do those things. But now as adults, they can go on and do that learning.
Yeah, absolutely. And I work in primary schools in Pembrokeshire. So I run a project called Springboard, which offers free family learning opportunities to people in Pembrokeshire. And again, when we bring parents in to take part in our workshops, whether it's mosaics or Lego robotics or mural painting, a lot of parents feel like they never had that opportunity when they were at school. And so through Springboard, they get that taste of that learning and feel the benefit of it, and actually think, when they come in, oh, I can't draw, I can't this, I can't that. And within 2 hours, they have this sense of, yeah, I can. And I did. And I'm really good at it. And my kid loves it. And we're going to do this at home. So, it's really good that Welsh Government has recognised that everyone in Wales deserves a second chance for lifelong learning. It's something that as a country, Welsh Government is committed to. And they've got this kind of vision and mission statement now that they want Wales to be recognised as a nation for second chances, for first class lifelong learning. And I think in Pembrokeshire, we're really doing our very, very best to honour that and to make that vision a reality.
Well, I can relate to that. I'm one of the parents that's sort of like, oh, no, I can't do that. Oh, I don't do that. But I've been given that opportunity right here with the Pure West Radio family, actually, with Learn Welsh Pembrokeshire. And Thomas, again, fantastic. And every week I can't wait to actually find out what my next challenge is. And I'm really, really enjoying it.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing, isn't it? When you have a brilliant tutor, and there are a lot of brilliant tutors in Pembrokeshire, you get a buzz off them, don't
Yeah.
you? And you kind of you it lifts you, because you
Yes.
think they're so, especially Thomas, he's so passionate, isn't he? Just he's oozing, the
Yes.
excitement of learning and sharing that passion for the Welsh language, that
Yeah.
it rubs off on you, and you much more inspired then to learn yourself independently after the class.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I never dreamed when I signed up to do the Minidiad when I first started doing the radio that I would be there 2.5 years later going through my canolradd. I thought, oh, this is a nice thing. I might learn something new. I might enjoy it, I might not. And yet here I am turning up to my canolradd lessons with Biddig and Richard and really
Yeah,
enjoying it, meeting new people in the classes. I've been lucky,
yeah,
some people I've done the whole course with, but we're getting new introductions now of people coming in at this stage and wanting to learn in a
yeah,
different way. It's just
yeah.
opened up my whole sense of community within the local area as well.
Absolutely. And I think because we run also lots of courses for learning parents health and well-being classes, and in my role as a coordinator, I go and observe those sessions, and take part in them to kind of get an experience of, well, what is it like for a learner to do this yoga class or to do that Pilates class, whatever. And in that hour and a half or an hour, it's amazing how I myself, kind of in an observing capacity, can think, wow, I've in that hour it's kind of stood still, and I feel so much better for it. And you start talking to the learners, what's been the benefit for you from coming to these sessions. And almost 9 times out of 10 people say, well, I had a bad back when I joined. I used to be really stiff before I joined this class. Now through doing this class, I've got much more mobility. I don't take pain relief anymore. It's through
Wow.
movement and through those learning PEMS classes that their health has been transformed. So yeah, so there's
Yeah.
lots of different things. And some people, they love to go to a leisure centre. Other people prefer a more intimate space. And Learn in Pembrokeshire offers that. They're smaller sessions, more intimate, and that kind of sense of belonging is kind of nurtured because people, connect with one another through those classes.
Yeah. Oh, that's brilliant. One thing I've noticed as well with some of the more experienced Welsh learners is your retention of learners to tutors is quite incredible as well.
Yeah, yeah. People they develop a real fondness, isn't it, for their tutors? I think like we did in school, isn't it? Everybody remembers a good teacher,
Yeah.
someone who cared, someone who took a bit of extra time. And I think the Learning Pembrokeshire sessions are designed and led in such a way that people do feel cared about. You're not just a number. You're
Yeah.
someone who learns perhaps in a slightly different way, and the tutor will adjust things to meet your needs. Or we've got like an upholstery course, and someone will bring in a chair they want to I can't even think of the word upholster.
Upholster.
And then
Yeah.
somebody might have a chaise lounge, somebody might have, this, that, the other.
Yeah.
It's all different. And you walk into that workshop, everyone is doing a completely different project, and yet the tutor is accommodating everybody's specific needs, wishes, desires, whether it's going
Yeah.
to be a short fixed project or a long-term project as well. Yeah.
It's brilliant. And then very, very quickly, this culminates. I know that each learning facet has its own kind of award ceremony. I was lucky enough to get the Gwobr Ymdrech Dda with the Learn Cymraeg Pembrokeshire, but there's also national things as well. So very quickly, there's something happening tomorrow night, isn't there? That if you're a learner, you could fall into.
There's the National Inspire Awards taking place in St Fagans in Cardiff, and people can be nominated to those awards for different categories. So there are awards for community impact, there's awards for transforming your life, for helping with family learning. Springboard's been involved in a couple of those awards in the past. Gellerswick School received an award for their community engagement with Springboard, and we also had a Springboard learner a few years ago that won an award for life-changing results through family learning. And I know that Tom, you are being nominated for an award on Thursday, and as is Springboard. So it'll be
Oh,
very exciting
yeah.
to see what happens. It's a great event because you see the learning that's happening across Wales,
Yeah.
and you get to hear the stories behind the learning. So I was up at the Senedd a few weeks ago, and there were different speakers there. Some were from Pembrokeshire, talking about how learning had literally changed their lives, whether they had, had difficult circumstances when they were young, or they were met with really difficult challenges in their mid-20s, whatever it was learning that turned everything around. And there was one man at the Senedd who spoke about the fact that he couldn't read or write, and he felt like he was in a cage. And he described that, and he said through reading and writing with his essential skills tutor, that cage opened, the door opened, and his life transformed. And the vision of that, you can see it, isn't it? You're a bird trapped in this cage, and then all of a sudden you're free to do more.
Wow.
And I think that's what we'll take away, I think, on that special awards evening, Tom, is that inspiration. You hear of other people's stories and think, wow, this is something that really needs to be safeguarded in Pembrokeshire and in Wales. We must value lifelong learning.
Yeah. Well, I look forward to talking about it all on Friday morning, spending the evening with you as well. With you as well. Thank you so much for your time. If people want to find out more, where can they go if they want to if they fancy learning in Pembrokeshire?
Yeah, so if you're interested in doing any learning with Learning Pembrokeshire, you can go to the Learning Pembrokeshire website. All the details are on the Pembrokeshire County Council website as well, or you can just ring one of the centres. Our centres are managed by brilliant staff who won't put you on hold and refer you to number 136, hold on for that. They'll actually speak to you, talk to you about what you want to do, guide you through what the best course will be, because they'll know the tutors, they'll know the levels, and they'll be able to find the right match. So don't hesitate to just pick up the phone and ring, because it's that personal approach is something that's Learning Pembrokeshire really excels at, I'd say.
And you're never too old to learn.
Never too old to learn. And that hashtag now with Welsh Government, never stop learning. So if you're interested, or you're thinking maybe I'm too old, maybe I'm this, maybe I'm that, never stop learning.
Never stop learning. Laura, thank you so much for your time this morning. We have run out of time. The daytime show, Toby Ellis, is up next. Thank you so much, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Yes, see you tomorrow.
See you. Gina, we'll do this again tomorrow as well.
We will indeed.
Hwyl am y tro.
Witness the evil power of